Hello everybody, it's Raidhyn, and I'm excited to bring to you a new Let's Play series, one that I am intent on finishing. We are going to be doing a playthrough of Valkyria Chronicles, one of the games that I have played in the past when it first came out on PlayStation, and ever since then I've constantly referred back to it, saying things like, this current game I'm playing would be a lot better if it was more like Valkyria Chronicles. And that's when you know that you kind of have something special on your hands. Now, I don't know how many of you are fans of anime or Japanese RPGs, but Valkyria Chronicles is really interesting in the fact that it kind of takes on a whole new twist to the tactical strategy slash roleplay idea. It seems like the original creators got together and we're talking about what would it be like if we could create a game that was kind of like Final Fantasy Tactics, but let you actually control each individual soldier in third person instead of from an isometric top-down view. And what they ended up with was Valkyria Chronicles. Now, I played this game back when I first got my PS3, I think that was in 2009, and I'm not sure if I finished it. I have this really bad habit of starting great games and then getting distracted by other titles that comes out, or just, things happen in life and you gotta put things down. So part of this too is trying to do my due diligence to the game by actually playing it through and finishing it. And I'm really excited that Sega released this on PC and made a PC port. And honestly, I really hope that Sega takes the time to also port Valkyria Chronicles 2, which is a fantastic follow-up to this. And there is a Valkyria Chronicles 3 as well, but that one was only released in Japan. They didn't bother to localize it and pay for the translation services. So, I believe in voting with your dollars, and that's kind of what I've decided to do here. So, with all of that being said, let's play Valkyria Chronicles. We're going to be starting off on a brand new game, and I'm going to be staying somewhat silent during the cutscenes so that if you guys have never played this before, you have the opportunity to kind of see what's going on.
1935 EC. Two powers controlled the continent. In the east, the sun rose over the autocratic East European Imperial Alliance, otherwise known as the Empire. In the west, a network of loosely allied democracies formed the Atlantic Federation. Both powers depended on a precious mineral, Ragnite, for their survival, and its growing scarcity led to the inevitable war. Hostilities began in the east when the Empire aggressively crossed their western border. The Atlantic Federation responded, and the Second European War was on. The Empire, with its vast military superiority, struck hard, gaining ground in early victories and putting the Federation on the defensive. Emboldened by their progress and momentum, the Empire set their sights beyond the borders of the Federation. In neighboring Gallia, a peaceful principality along the sea, they found their next victim. Gallia had long maintained its neutrality in the tensions between the two superpowers. But the rich stores of Ragnite under the Gallian soil proved too tempting for the Empire. It amassed troops along the eastern border and invaded with all the force of an avalanche. Prologue. Gallia to arms.
Alright, so here we are in the chapter book menu. The entire game is kind of laid out like this. We're not going to take too much time to explore, although I am going to check if we can change the... Okay, we can't change the voiceover volume, which is fine. Save the game real quick, because I love making save games. Alright, that's good. And then we're going to go ahead and start the next portion of the episode, and this is basically how the entire game is laid out. Is you get a chapter, a bunch of things happen within that chapter. There's usually one, maybe two battles, and a number of narrative cutscenes and the like. So let's go ahead and start the next one. Where we are going to be introduced to our main character.
March, 1935. Outside the Gallian border town of Brule. Residents are leaving the town before the invasion, headed inland towards the capital.
I haven't been down this road in years. It really hasn't changed very much. Whoa. Already?
I'm only now just realizing it's the voice of Kakashi from Naruto, which makes me a lot more happy to be playing this.
Starting early this year. You're heading upstream, huh? How's the water?
Freeze! Put your hands in the air. Slowly. Haven't seen you around before. What's your name?
My name's Welkin. And you are...
The one with the gun. We're with the Bruletown Watch. I'm Alicia. Alicia Melchiot. So, I'm wondering what you've been writing in that little book you've got there. Imperial spies are in the area.
This book is nothing, really. I was just sketching the fish, and, you know...
Yes, oh, I know. And you know there's a war on, don't you? All right then, Mr. Artist. We'll talk about fish sketching down at the station. Take him away.
Thanks, fish.
Seems like tensions are pretty high. Yeah, but what are you gonna do? Alright, let's check out the next. Gallia to arms. I would imagine this is where it all goes down.
Flowers, bugs, and fish. You're not bad with a pen, are you? I have to say, they're really very good.
Thank you. So you see, I really was just sketching.
Maybe. Or this could be some kind of secret code. And I intend to take my time finding out for sure.
Great.
Welks? Is that you?
Isara! Oh, your timing is perfect.
What have you gotten yourself into now, Welkin? Wait. Don't you live at the old general's house? That's right. I'm General Gunther's daughter, Isara. You do know everyone's supposed to evacuate, right?
Yes, I'm aware of that. My brother's here to help me move to the capital, but that may be difficult. I mean, unless you're willing to let him go, that is.
Huh?
Hey, I'm someone important.
I apologize, but I was just doing my job, you know. I saw you with the notebook and thought you were a spy. Again, I'm really sorry about that.
Thanks. Don't worry about it. I can see how I might have looked a little suspicious.
Welks has a real passion for observing nature. That's why he's studying it at the university, right?
Guilty as charged. I get so into it sometimes I forget where I am, or that somebody might be watching me.
Gunfire! Everyone keep your heads down!
Over there! Come on! Damn it!
Welkin, you can handle a gun, right?
Yeah. I mean, I made it through training anyway.
Well, they're probably just a small scouting team. We should be able to take them out.
I'm with you.
Alright, and now we get to go and actually fight off the invading Empire who are attacking the town. We know about saving the game, so that's not important. And yeah, this is kind of like a tutorial episode, so it's going to go over some of the mechanics. So some of it I'm going to be skipping through.
Here's the plan.
But some of it I'll kind of just be reading aloud just so that we can cover everything, and just in case I forgot anything since I last played this like 5 years ago. Alright, let's see the plan. These are actually kind of important to read through, especially in the more complicated missions, so let's go ahead and check this out. We've got to eliminate the Imperial scouts that are approaching Brule. We'll deploy from here and take out all 3 of them. Oh, so it's just a scouting party. That's good. Just cross the bridge and take them down as fast as you can. Our objective here is to eliminate all enemies. Let's take care of them one at a time, nice and easy. Alright. So here's one of the interesting things about this game, and something that a lot of people who are into it kind of pointed it out as kind of a conundrum, because the game scores you entirely based on how quickly you're able to complete a mission. It doesn't care about how well you play, it just cares about how fast you're able to complete a mission, which in my opinion is
something I should explain.
Not the best design choice, but we're kind of going to be trying to strike a balance between completing these missions quickly and completing them well in a way that's somewhat logical. So let's go ahead and listen to Alicia. Command points. So, yeah, when combat starts, you'll see a map of the area your unit's positions. This is referred to as command mode. Here, you'll select the unit you'd like to move based on their position respective to the enemy. Doing so uses up 1 command point. And this basically, the little shields up here on the top left basically say how many times we can move within a single turn. So let's go ahead, we'll move Vulcan first. And as soon as you go from that screen where you're selecting the soldier, it puts you down in this third-person view, and this is part of why this game is so fun. So each unit gets action points that's represented by a meter that we'll see in just a moment. And so yeah, down here at the middle bottom of the screen is where the meter is, and we are going to go ahead and run up to these sandbags. And then you get to go into targeting mode, which is cool because it's basically like a combination of XCOM and, well, Valkyria Chronicles. So you can aim center mass and you have a much larger chance to hit, or you can aim for a headshot, and if you see above, the number for how many shots it takes to kill changes dramatically. So we're gonna try to take him out with a headshot here. Alright. So yeah, when you're done, you press B when you're done with your turn, but we can actually make it over here to another bit of cover. And the way cover works, essentially, is that when you're crouched behind cover, it'll protect you from headshots. I think cover is destroyable. I might be wrong on that. It might only be with grenades and grenade launchers, some of the other weapons that you get. So we're gonna crouch down here, and then we're gonna end our action. And we're gonna use one of our remaining command points to tell Alicia to move forward. We're gonna try to get her all the way up to the sandbags. So basically, when you're in this movement mode and your action point bar is going down, you want to try to conserve your movement as much as possible. Whoa, okay, let's fire at this guy. See how Alicia's got a nice tight shot group? That's pretty good. Let's go ahead and try to take this guy out. All right, nice work, Alicia. And with our last scout, or whatnot, what's this guy? Town Watchman. We're gonna move him up. So yeah, this is the absolute basics of how the game works. It ends up getting a lot more complex later when you're fighting against hordes of enemies instead of just 3. I mean, most maps I think have about... Oh, can I crouch here? No. Alright, let's target this guy. Most maps have somewhere around like 12 to 15 enemies, I'd like to say. And a lot of difficult map layouts and the like. But this is the building blocks for the games. When your CP reaches 0, the player phase ends and the enemy phase begins. One player-enemy phase pair constitutes a single turn. The fewer turns you complete a mission in, the more cash and experience you'll receive. The key is to find a balance, which is what we'll be trying to do. This isn't going to be a 100%, you know, S rank playthrough or anything like that. More or less, I just kind of wanted to highlight and feature a game that I really, really enjoy, and also, you know, just have some fun. All right, back to my turn. Used well, even a limited pool of CP can take out a significant number of fulls. Can be used the same multiple unit times. For instance, a pool of 3 CP can be used to move 1 unit 3 times in a row, perfect for cutting into enemy lines or hurrying past dangerous terrain. However, with each consecutive action, they'll have fewer AP than the last, so keep that in mind. Oh, and CP gets carried over from turn to turn, which is pretty useful. Not something we'll be doing very much of, seeing as we'll, you know, be trying to complete our turns quickly. Alright, let's take out this guy. And there we go, we have defended Brule. Operation complete.
I don't see any more of them.
That's good. Alright, so B rank, because we took 2 turns to do it. I guess there is a way to do that in, like, in 1 turn, but whatever. Like I said, we're not trying to 100% the game or anything. Alright, so let's check out our last cinematic, and then that will be it for the prologue.
Miss Melchiot, there's no other sign of the enemy.
Good. Now, go keep watch and stay alert.
Yes, ma'am. What should we do with the bodies, ma'am?
We'll bury them. So it's begun. I'll do whatever it takes to protect the people of this town. I'll do it. Even going to war, I'll do it.
What are those?
Seeds from the lion's paw. It blooms white, small, simple, and strong.
I want to be able to remember, once the war is over, that it wasn't all just people killing people. That even in war, there was also new life.
On the 15th day of the 3rd month of the year 1935, the Empire began its assault in earnest. A formal declaration of war was made upon Gallia. Though it was only a small front in a massive continental assault, what followed would prove that a tiny nation could best a military giant. These events would tell a story of tragedy hidden in the mists of time. A story of courage and of trust, of persecution and hate, and of love blooming even through the flames of war. What follows is a record of this conflict, and of those who fought, lived, and died.
Alright, so that's going to conclude our first episode of Valkyria Chronicles. I hope this is something you guys are looking forward to as much as I am.
Chapter 1.
We're not going to get to Chapter 1 just yet. We're going to save our game real quick. Alright, and that's it. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you're looking forward to the rest of this. I certainly am. I will be trying to record this and kind of knock this out as quickly as possible because I have some ideas for other series that I really want to get to, but I could not just skip over this game. It had to be played. It called out to me, and now we will be fighting on the Gallian front, and we will be having a lot of fun. So thank you guys very much for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more of my stuff, please subscribe, and we'll see you next time.